Hey everybody, welcome back to the Scandinavian hardcore map on Out of War. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Um, we're still trying to get to solid rock on this playthrough. We're we're here. We're trying to get to where I can do some tunnels here. If you haven't been watching, you can go back and watch the other episodes. But we're in the middle of a huge thing of iron and copper, and we're just getting so much copper, um, which is a little greener than there's coal. Um, so just a lot of ore right now. There is some pay dirt there. We're starting to get to see a little bit of. Um, there's a lot, but yeah. So we're still trying to go a little farther down. I've got a spot here. I'm going to make this an intersection. Once we get this cleared out enough, we'll basically have a tunnel left, a tunnel right, and then we'll have a tunnel that goes down, continues down deeper. But right now we're just digging this out. I do got a spot here to dump, so it's not too far, but it seems like it's almost time to get another I'm already ready to get another dump some hoppers going. But, Guys, don't forget to check out the channel. There's a lot of Out of War on there. We got 3 different maps going. We got the original Forest Hills map. We've got the Frozen map, and then we've got this map. The Frozen map is the latest, so we're not as far along. The thing I like about that map is I didn't spend a bunch of time cutting trees down. This hardcore map, I spent a lot of time on and off camera cutting trees down just to try to get something together, and then we ended up just plowsharing our way down here to try to get to some solid rocks. We could start making some gravel, but I just can't pass up this size of ore deposit. So now we're going to stop here and dig for a while. Money's not really an issue on this map anymore. We're already at 9 million. Got quite a few things processing. It's amazing. You start making these ramps, 9, 10 wide, and you're like, oh, it's super wide, it's super wide. But when it comes to this large equipment, it's really not. It's not that wide. Clean this stuff up. Fortunately, it's like I have to have such a down angle. right, let's go ahead and run run a couple more. I don't know if I'm using floors yet or not, or if I'm using whole blocks here. Looks like I'm still using blocks. Uh, Maybe we'll start using some floors after we finish this off here. Doesn't like it on a snap build if it's kind of level. Alright, so maybe we start trying to come down here in reverse. Start digging back this way. I think we got enough room now. Still pretty full here. About half. Now guys, you don't have to run up through here, you can teleport. Interesting. I don't remember doing that, but I'm sure it's when I was on my way down. Screwed it up. I built this up higher, that way if I needed to drive under it, I could. What was the thought process? During this autosave, guys, you might as well just chill out because it doesn't allow you to do any terraforming or digging. So just give it a second, let it finish what it's doing, and then get back after it. We still got dirt coming from down below there. Looks like it's about done. Yep. Just finished. We'll try to get this little pyramid, this column here that we left behind from that last scoop. We'll go ahead and get it because it's going to drive me crazy if I don't. Little bit of cleanup here. Probably should be using the lift, the loader. This is a little more than I thought. A lot of coal. It just keeps going, don't it? All right. The dirt is selling directly. So, and we did figure out, which I was doing it wrong, but I built a line with a high temp and low temp in the same line, and what that does is that turns your iron ore to iron. If you have the high temp smelter by itself in a line, or you got to separate it, however you got to figure out how to do it, but maybe if you run a splitter with your iron, I don't know, you can get iron and steel, but I ended up adding a second line, high temp line, just to get some steel. So we're going to go ahead and pull out this copper. We're going to pull out, we're getting so much just straight iron. We're going to pull out another 5,000 here. Let's go ahead and pull out whatever we got here. Looks like we got quite a bit rubies and diamonds. Some gold, some silicon. And on this map too, we don't have the filtered water. I did start making us some barrels so we can start getting us some water, but we have not got gravel yet, blasted rock. We've got so much coal stacked up here, which we still got room, so we'll just leave that alone for now. We probably will go ahead and get us a coal facility going here. So let's pull these out. We'll start using coal for power underneath. So oops. All right. There was room over here. This one's completely done, so let's do our diamonds first. We're always getting a few less diamonds than rubies. Alright, so we got everything at least processing now for the part of the diamonds and ruby ore. We are starting to see a little bit of ore over here. It's coming through. I don't know if we've saw any. Oh Lord. Yeah, I cut down a lot of trees on this map, but this is where we would be getting our gravel. We're just not seeing any solid rock yet. As you can see, there's no trees. For a long, nothing really close. I cut so many trees down when we started this map. A lot of it offline. So even though this playthrough is this is the middle playthrough, I started another playthrough with the frozen map. This still is there's a lot of time in this map. We got some steel here. We'll leave that in there for now. I just been stacking up some of the stuff here. So if we want steel, we can add some stuff here. So we can go ahead and add this. We can go ahead and run this 57, 51 through there. That'll give us all steel. Let's go ahead and grab another stack of 9,999 here, ore, and we'll run that through the through this line. That's going to take a few minutes to process on this side. We do got our empty barrels, so we can start processing some water, so that when we do get to our because once we got iron ore, we can start making iron ingots. We can start doing the empty barrels. So as you can see, still processing. We're getting quite a few iron. We may get to our another stack of iron here. I just stuck in 999. So I'm going to move it down here. Once you move it, it should start coming here, yeah. Gold, we almost got a stack, almost. We'll let that run here. This one may be done. This is our steel. So we got 7,000 ingots of steel. We can go ahead and sell our, we got 5,800 rubies for 1.1 million, 2,100 diamonds for 389,000. So again, we've been still buying our concrete, but it is expensive. But again, we're not hurting for the money. All right. So let's go back down and we'll keep working on trying to get this. Now we could just bust a plowshare down here or two, and that will open it up fairly quickly. This is my attempt to make this to drive off this, but we could drop a couple plowshares down here until we get the so we can make us a little intersection here. But the problem with that is I don't want to lose all this ore. I did lose quite a bit of ore. If you can see, there's still quite a bit of stuff that we cut through. This is all coal. Trying to get down to the gravel. But honestly, you don't really need gravel. If you're making enough money to buy what you need, it doesn't really matter. But I could drop a couple plowshares here. But plowshares do delete material. um, and it's a pretty good radius, as you can see from these holes right here. This is what it's these round holes you'll see. That's from a plowshare. That's the diameter that it does. And as you can see, when I dropped a few getting deeper, we actually went all the way to the surface. And it's great for the natural lighting, but don't be jogging up there. But it deletes material, so I don't want to do it in this big patch of ore here. I'd rather just dig through it. So we'll keep working here. I think the goal will be to try to turn around here. Not sure if we can do that yet, but I guess I could drive backwards down here. We could also look at putting in another little plant down here. We could look at, putting some hoppers down here and then shipping that stuff up to here, up to this hopper. Dumping it in like I did over there. And then we wouldn't have to keep driving back up through there. So right here at the end we could put some hoppers. But I think again it's a lot of, you can either draymite it, plowshare it, or whatever. There's a lot of ore here I was trying to get. And this is really not that far of a journey up here. We already had to take a break from this. And I could upgrade the engine, the motor, so it'd keep up faster. But again, we're not too far from dropping in another production plant down here. Right into the wall there. Yeah, maybe we take the this concrete pad out a little farther. Again, it looks pretty, when you're down there walking around, it looks like it's a pretty big pad, but compared to this equipment, we're going to make an intersection here. Whoa. Let's see if we can turn this dude around. It's going to be a little tight, I think. Like Austin Powers in the hallway. Tight, but we might be able to do it. Alright, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Such a huge ore deposit. It's the biggest I've seen in this game, I think, on this map so far. Really, some really large deposits. You just got to go deep to get them. And at first, we couldn't find anything. And then some of the subscribers were like, "This map is fun, but you got to go super deep to start getting any of the good stuff." And that's kind of how it was. We had coal on the surface, and that was it. And a lot of trees, which I did try to use to help us get to this point. What we need to do here there's my solar, which shouldn't even be underground. What size engine is this? 3 times. We could upgrade that. Keep up a little better, but again, I want to let's remove this for now so we can get let's turn this corner a little bit here. This is solid rock. So we should be starting to see some gravel. Let's do one more scoop, then we'll hit the other dig site again real quick, and then we should be seeing some gravel. If not, I've done something wrong here, which is kind of my fear at this time. We are seeing some blasted rock, so we should be seeing some gravel. I'm definitely curious, because if we're not seeing gravel at this point, I've done something wrong. Which, even though I've done this 5 or 6 times at this point, it still would not surprise me. Okay, so finally we're seeing some gravel. Very nice. Now, I didn't make any asphalt on this map. We are running some gravel through the froth floater just to get some extra, which is over here, which comes over here, which gives us some extra ores, which we really probably don't need. We probably can be turning all that into gravel, just because of how much ore we're finding on this map. But anyway, I'm not going to change it now for this plant. Still getting so much coal. The next power plant we do down below will be will be coal. So all this should be good here. So we're just stacking it up. This is all the soft metals. And then if we want to just make iron ingots, which we will with this stack, we'll just run that through. That's almost filled it up, so that'll take us a few minutes. This is the dirt selling directly. We're also selling the tailings directly as well into the same. No, not into the same, but the tailings from the froth floater are selling over here. Over here is the froth floater. So the good stuff's coming out the top, the bad stuff's coming out the bottom, and directly selling here. This is the smelters. So we don't have anything going through the high temp right now. I don't have a gravel set up anywhere. We can probably just do it in here since we're getting or we can just do it out here. Probably just do it inside here. This place is like a maze. Let's go grab whatever gravel we got now. We'll at least get some concrete queued up, because we don't have a lot of blocks at this time. So it looks like we're not getting any more at this time. We didn't have a bunch of blasted. We're still getting a lot of ores. Again, we can do it wherever we want. We got a lot of space that we're not using anymore. We'll need to buy us one. So we can buy a couple, or we can buy just one is probably all we need. So here you add your water and your, see, I do this every time. We still got to turn the gravel. You got to turn the gravel into cement first. So you got to put your gravel into here. Queue up your cement. Then you're going to start getting cement. Then once you get your cement, then you're going to move it over here. And it'll tell you we need 6 cements to make a block. So So we did get another stack of copper. We can start selling that if we need it. So we'll leave our diamond and rubies in here for now. We'll go ahead and run these through. Still got a little bit in there, but we can add these. And that'll keep running. And we'll start seeing some gold. We might be able to get a stack of gold. Copper is what we've been finding the most of in that ore spot there. And then again, the frog floater's generating a little bit of stuff. I don't know if this is really worth it. I do it. Again, you're selling the tellings right away, but maybe you don't do the frog floater. You just go straight into gravel. Just depends on what you're trying to do, I guess. What's your preference? Whatever you decide. This is kind of, there's still room to drive by. Not a fan of it. I like to go up high so you can just drive under it, but I try to do some straights to make it look a little more supported. Don't have a lot of blocks. We got a couple different kinds here. We got quite a few of the ramps, but that we already bought. And I think what we'll do is we'll go back just about to that wall, and then we'll flatten it out, and we'll start making our tunnels. We're going to make a tunnel each way. Do the same thing over here. I'm going to clear this back a couple just so we can. How's that lined up with this side? Do we need to go one more? Right, 2 up, 2 blocks, 2 blocks. And then we'll go back and then we'll start the, over here we're going to continue to go down, but we're going to go out another 5 maybe. We don't have enough to do that at this time. We could be using floors, but maybe we'll go out another 4, just use it just as a reference point. And then we'll do and then maybe we'll do processors over here once we get turned. Maybe 1 on each side. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'd really like to go all the way to the surface. We could plowshare straight down from the top down. That might be a way, and just cart it straight up top and then conveyor it. Or just build a whole nother plant up top. We've got the money to do whatever we want. So again, guys, whatever you prefer when you're playing. I'm trying to stay on this side a little more at the moment just to try to get a little more gravel. We did blow up a couple RDXs on this side. So we did, use a couple RDXs to make some blasted rocks. So yeah, we're going to get some more gravel here, so, which is nice. Let's go ahead and buy us some more. We'll go ahead and we're going to start making them, but again, money's not an issue. So let's go. Rough concrete saves you a little bit of money over concrete. It's 100 a piece. They're going to be mix matched a little bit, but that's okay. Let's just go ahead and get 50 more for now for 115,000. So, if you go into grid mode, it'll be easier to drop these in. I did try to do a lot more with grid mode. I think is not a bad option. So that's kind of my reference point. After this, I'm going to start going down again on this side. I want to go back to this direction. And then we'll probably go like 5 out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out. And then I'll probably start using floors, but I'll probably only make it maybe 10 wide. So we haven't really dug down enough on that side to get it going. So what is that? I'm not going to count the 2 this direction. One more, right? I'm not going to count those as part of my pass. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 wide if we use that as our reference. And then here, we don't want to go past this location. Let's put this one here just to finish it off for now. All right, so we'll have to buy some more, but that'll at least give me a reference. So from here over, I'll start using floors, which I do have some now. All right. let's drop off what we've dug up here. Let me check this. So it's clear. It doesn't take long, guys. If you just work on a few things, it'll happen pretty quickly. And I think what we'll do is to kind of challenge ourselves is I think we're going to just, I don't know how far down this is. We'll be able to use these holes as a reference point. But I think we put a massive hopper down here in the center. And that way, as we go deeper and as we go right and we go left, the tunnels, we can bring it all back to this central location. So, to dump it. So maybe, you know, I don't know if we do it, you know, somewhere in the middle here. We just make a big, massive, you know, 6 or 8 hopper dump thing, and then we run it all straight out the top. So let's run around up there. Let's see. We have not explored a lot of this map. I found this location, and there seemed to be quite a bit of coal and pay dirt on the surface, so we kind of stopped here because pay dirt obviously helps you make a lot of money pretty quickly. Early on, because you don't have the big equipment to move a lot of big, you know. We started digging out this where I'm at here. We started digging this out, and we started digging over there. And the reason I chose over here is because of that hill. I figured we could get to some good stuff pretty quick, which we found just a ton of coal. So let's go up top here. We should be able to see these holes that we've blasted with the plowshares. And it looks horrendous here, I'm sure. So as you can see, this will give us a sight line, and it's not that far to that next set of conveyors. This is not where you'd be wanting to mess around with your ATV. Fall to your death. Alright. So this is our sight line here. So under explosives, it's going to be under equipment, explosive, these plowshares right here. As you can see, it's only 7,000. It's really not that expensive. We're going to pick up 3 for now. We are going to just drop one right here. We're going to back up a little bit. Now this is not very realistic, obviously, because I blow myself up all the time. But let's detonate this. Oh crap. Let's bring that one back. Let's go to the detonator, not the plowshare again. Should have put on my glasses. Okay. Oh, I was too close. Okay, now the only problem is I wanted it to be a little farther up. This is near our other conveyor, so took 3 to get down into here, so jeez. So that was a little kind of to the right as well, that would be fine. We can pipe it up wherever we need to pipe it up to. But we'll probably just do another plant, honestly, a secondary plant. Or we could bring it all the way over here and dump it. It's whatever you want to do. I guess we could just build another plant over here, but then you're kind of going back and forth. It's kind of easier to take it all to the same plant. It's amazing how far away we were. Okay, so this one was a little to the right. So we also want to go a little. To the right's not horrible. Just want to go this way ways. Did we go too far? We might have. Nope. Okay. Put that away. Dangerous. So what we're going to do is we're going to pipe all this stuff straight up there with these elevators. And it'll take quite a few of them to get up there, but we'll use a coal power plant and we'll just pipe stuff straight up. And again, we'll figure out if we're going to just put another processing facility up there or not. But we'll make that decision when the time comes. We still got a lot to clear out. I want to get at least to where I'm got this laid out how I want it. We'll finish that on the next episode. We'll get the same thing going this way. And then we'll go all the way out to here, which is our end spot, and then we'll start putting in our hoppers next episode. So guys, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Hit that like button. I do appreciate you. Make sure you hit that notification bell. You'll see when I submit that next out of ore video. Again, there's 3 maps. Check them out if you're interested. Leave comments. I do reply to all comments, and also I do appreciate it and I try to implement what people are telling me. I do appreciate your guys' help. I'm not professional. I do love the game. I've been playing the game a lot, so I do appreciate you. Until next time, have fun digging that dirt. I'm out of here.